people are very sweet, they help you out no matter where you are. They are it's a forest area, and we are actually going in their area. So you find out of animal encounter, but I was really lucky to encounter tigers. Don't move fast because they will attack you. We have in the small hotels only tea, idli, and we don't go, okay, have biryani. I mean, big restaurants. Issues like this, that they install the hidden cameras. Other friends, they got breathing issues. The oxygen level was low. I mean, I couldn't stand. I owed a Thunderbolt before now I have Himalayan.
Hi, hope you're all doing good. Welcome to the L Cube Show. Today's guest is Siri Shetty from Bangalore, but currently residing in Bangalore. She's a biker. She has biked all over India from all kinds of terrains like deserts to snowy mountains, lower Himalayas to tropical forests and rocky places. It's a passion to ride a bike, and it's a passion to around the world on her bike. And she's also a professional person, and she's balancing her life outstandingly. She is going to give us tips on the show today on how to be safe on the road and how to take the bike on the roads and how to plan your destinations to all sorts of things which can happen to you while you're traveling on the road, particularly on a bike. And being a girl, we do have interesting guests coming up on the show. So let's learn from each other. And please do share it to your friends and support us. Thank you so much. Thank you. And please subscribe. Thanks. Hi, Siri. Welcome to the L Cube Show.
Hi, thank you so much.
Here we have Siri, who's a biker. She rides bikes. So we'll get to know more about her by asking her. So Siri, please start by telling me about your childhood, where you're from, your education, and your profession, and then we're going to jump into the riding part.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm basically from Bangalore. So not a big city. I'm from a very small place where I did my schooling. I used to do horse riding since my school days. So, and my dad had a bike, so I wanted to ride that bike since school. Okay. So I told my dad I want to ride your bike, but he's not so much into, he's an ex-serviceman, by the way. So I wanted to join army since then.
Is that you're wearing a the army camouflage t-shirt right now, right? On you still?
I'm very fond of army. I always wanted to join army.
Army too. I love anything to do with defenses, Air Force, and everything. So you're talking about your childhood and where you're from, Bangalore. Can you tell me your education and the profession which you do apart from what is your passion?
So I took a chartered accountancy course. I came to Bangalore in search of a job. I mean, we have to do this internships under a CA. Yeah. So I wanted freedom. Okay, I learned bike there. I asked one of my friends to teach me bike. So he just taught me some basic thing. And when I told my dad I learned bike, and he sold his bike next day itself. I was okay. Anyway, I'm going to buy my own bike and ride. So I wanted to have some freedom because there, it's a village, it's not a city. So the girls are not supposed to go out. Okay, it's that kind of thing. So I wanted freedom. So I came to Bangalore just for the sake of internships. So I came here and I made some friends. And then once I got my job, I bought my first bike. And then I was not very good at riding since then because I'm not regular into bikings, right? So once I bought my bike, I learned it.
All this sounds very recent to me. It is very recent, right?
After 2014.
Are you in your 20s at the time? When all this happened?
Just 20s. Just I finished my degree and I came over here.
Okay. And yeah. So when you're growing up, when you're in your 10th or in your, like +1, +2, you'd never touched a bike in your life?
I learned in my after my 10th standard. I asked my friend to teach me. Okay. So that I can ride my dad's bike. I thought I'll take my dad's bike to college, and that was my thing. But unfortunately, I couldn't happen because I took up CA. So I was only into studies. So even in second PUC, I got, good marks. I was like 96% or so. So my father was only, girls are only into studies. I wanted to join army after my 12th. But he's like, no, take up CA, you study. And you have to get some job. Army is not for you. You don't listen to us, then why will you listen to them? So he's like, it's not for you.
Okay. So you must be very good at math then. If you did your CA, Chartered
Accounts,
Accountancy.
yes, yes. I am good at accounts.
Okay, good at
Yes.
math, right? Good at
Yes,
math.
yes, yes. Yes, yes. So
Okay.
I feel math is different and accounts is different. I was not good at maths when I was in school.
Your friend did teach you when you were back in village, but did
Yes,
you
yes.
drive your father's bike at that point of time?
Yes, yes. I used to write. Yes, I used to write since then, but without knowledge of my parents. I used to take my friend's bike and go with
Okay.
them. I used to tell them some special class because I was into CA. We had a lot of special class and stuff, right? So we used to stay back at college till 9, 10 sometimes. So I used to simply lie that I have special class and I used to go out with my friends, ride bikes, and so it was like that.
For
So
the viewers, I'm saying this. Siri is from Mangalore, right? So Mangalore is a coastal city, and it is full of ghat area. Actually, it has a lot of forests. It's a very good natural place actually. So did you drive your bike, ride your bike in the ghat
yes,
area too?
all over. Yes, it's all over. There is lot of off-roading places in Mangalore,
Yes.
mountains and everything.
Yes.
So I rode there.
Yeah, okay. You came to Bangalore for the CA internship, and
Yes,
then you had to, in installments, you had to buy a bike to ride.
yes, yes. I used to do some part-time job as well because to pay, internship doesn't pay you, so much where I can pay my loan. So I used to do other part-time jobs as well because I had connections with few lawyers. So I used to do legal audit. We have only concurrent audit in CA, right? So I
Yeah.
used to help him out. So he used to be like, okay, you do this, I'll pay you, this much
Oh,
for
okay.
a report. So he
Okay.
used to I used to do money in that way, and so that I can pay my loan. But loan
So
amount was not big.
how much is the total amount? What is that you're aiming for there?
I mean, the loan was around 6,000, but my internship itself is 5,000. They used to pay me only 5,000, and I had to pay for my PG, for my petrol and stuff.
No.
So
I'm asking about the bike cost. That bike you are aiming for, the total amount.
it was around 2.7 or so. Yeah, my first bike was Thunderbird. I owed a Thunderbird before my. Now I have Himalayan.
So the one which you took loan was Thunderbolt or Himalayan?
First was a Thunderbird. I have that bike as well. I have that bike, and that is with my mom now. She rides the bike.
What?
Yeah, she rides better than me. That too in the village. Ours is a village. We don't even have a proper,
Yeah.
roads there.
Yeah.
It is
You worked as a part-time and then you're working in internship and everything. So how much was
yes.
this Thunderbolt?
Thunderbird was around 2.7
Lakhs.
lakhs.
Indian rupees.
Yeah.
2.7 lakh Indian
Yes,
rupees.
yes.
For that, you work part-time and you bought it in
Yes,
installments you had to pay every month.
yes.
Okay, so what was the first trip when you what was your experience when you actually bought the Thunderbolt and, first you got the bike to you? What was your experience? What did you feel like?
That Thunderbird was always my dream. Equivalent movie. Yeah, in that she writes Thunderbird. Okay, so since then I badly
Thunderbird.
wanted to
It's Thunderbird.
Thunderbird, yeah.
Oh, I thought it's Thunderbolt.
Thunderbird.
Thunderbird.
Thunderbird, yeah.
Yeah, go on.
So that's my kind of dream bike. I was waiting and I couldn't, set up money, the down payment and everything. I thought maybe I won't be able to buy. I didn't have any money by that time. Somehow I adjusted and I was so happy. I was in tears. What happened? I took in Bangalore. So my dad did not know that I bought my bike.
Wow.
Okay, so I took it to Mangalore straight away. Okay,
Okay.
we rode. So I rode to Mangalore, took my bike to Mangalore to show my dad and mom. I bought my bike. My dad didn't see my bike at all. He didn't talk to me for years. He's like, he's actually looking, okay, from the window. He's just looking. But once he comes out, he's not looking at my bike.
Yeah,
like, what big deal.
Yeah, no, maybe he is proud inside, but he didn't want to show you because you'll feel encouraged because of it, right? That's why he didn't.
Yes, yes. But thing is, all my neighbors or the people who are in the village or my relatives, everybody were like, "Oh my God, Siri is riding bike. She bought her bike," and that stuff. So
Yeah.
there, maybe my dad, was a little proud, and
Yeah.
I taught my mom. My mom is very,
Yeah.
she always wants to learn new things.
Good
So
things. Yeah.
I taught her to ride bike, and then even she started to ride, and she rides much better than me. She is not scared.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So slowly, then she used to come here. We used to ride together. I used to ride with my
Okay.
mom. I used to take
Okay.
her out.
So
So
Thunderbird was your first bike, and your first trip was to Bangalore to show it to your parents.
Bangalore to Mangalore. I
Sorry,
am in
Bangalore
Bangalore.
to Mangalore to show it to your
Yes,
parents. After
yes.
that, let's see what is your actual first trip. I know you travel, viewers, and Siri has traveled all over India actually. On Thunderbird alone, you traveled 45,000 kilometers, right?
No, not 45. Now it's around 75,000.
See, so
In Himalayan, it is 40. So in that 75, 80,000 I've traveled. Yeah, more
okay, so
than that.
Thunderbird itself, 75,000 kilometers. So other than going to Mangalore, let's talk about your first, that trip you wanted to make or the first travel. How did you decide the
Yes.
destination? And how did you,
Okay.
you didn't know anything, right? The gear, what kind of
Yes.
clothes you should be
Yes.
wearing, what kind of shoes you
Yes.
should
Yes.
be, and how to pack the luggage into
Yes.
minimum like 2, 3 pairs of clothes and stuff.
Yes.
So tell me about that
Yes.
first trip,
Yes.
the gear, the safety precautions you had to take, everything about that
Yeah.
first trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So my first trip was to Kerala. Okay, I have a bucket list. Okay, I always used to have a bucket list. I want to visit there. I want to go here. I want to do this thing. Okay, that's the thing. So first was to Kerala, like from here to Uti, Uti to Kerala, Kerala to Tamil Nadu. So that was the first trip which I made. So I didn't know how to pack the luggage. I mean, now I know. There are a lot of things to tie the luggage or to cover the luggage. So then I did not know all that. I used to use this rope, the normal rope which we use to tie the cloths and all. So I used to tie that every time I have to open everything and tie back again. So I used to do that. It was not looking good in my
Okay.
bike. And bags were just, I mean, I didn't have so much, even money to buy those gears and, these bags and stuffs. So whatever I had, I used to adjust in that and tie the thing. And sometimes I used to travel with my friends as well. So so they also used to help me out, to tie up the luggage. Then slowly I got an okay, these things are there, and I bought my first riding gears. Okay, so I used to not take off the gears at all because I was so proud that I bought
Yeah.
gears and
When you first thought of traveling to Kerala, to Tamil Nadu and coming back, I know it's a round trip. As a
yes,
South Indian, it's a round trip actually.
yes,
Did
yes,
you have any inhibitions in your heart saying like how to take care of my safety? We don't have public toilets or public washrooms. We are traveling alongside of the road and stuff. How did you take care of those kind of things? And did you plan before traveling? Okay, nighttime, I'm not going to drive. Or if you're driving, where did you halt? Where did you stop? How did you plan that for the first drive? I'm talking about the first drive.
So, people used to, whenever I step out in my bike, I take my bike to office as well. So people start staring at you, and I feel nervous. Then now I don't feel that, but when people see, I feel more pressurized that by riding. Whenever I'm in a signal, stop. Everybody looks at you like, oh my god, girl is riding. So I used to sleep, I was riding in a hill and there were a lot of stones and there was a jeep coming there. There were a lot of girls. They're like, hey, look at that girl, she's riding bike. Just by listening, I just fell down. I just slipped from the bike. Okay. So I used to be very nervous then to ride. Okay. So when it comes to washrooms and everything, I used to if there is a washroom, so I used to use that. Otherwise, I used to carry my these tissues or like sanitization, everything.
Yeah.
I used to carry my own, and I used to, if my friends are there, if there is a if any house or anything, I used to ask them, can I use your washroom? So I used to use like that, because everywhere I used to know, South India, we will get more washrooms, or there will be public toilets, but not when I used to go, there were no much washrooms available. So I had to do that.
Okay. So otherwise
It is
on
very
road, safety wise, is that okay? On road when
yes,
you're
yes,
traveling?
yes. There, I didn't feel that it's not safe. I didn't feel anywhere. But during these periods and everything, it used to be very difficult. I used to get a lot of irritation while riding, and we have to stop and change every time and carry. We cannot carry so many bags with me, right? Because I have to be free. I cannot carry any bags and stuff. So I had to carry everything, in the bag. I have to see, okay, if this is my date, okay, I have to carry
Yes.
the stuff. That is a little bit, I
Yeah.
don't like that, but I had to
Yeah.
wear it anyway. Yeah.
So nighttime travel and all, let's say, because not all the roads have lights and everything, you have to go through the darkest areas
Yes, yes.
possible, and maybe sometimes for kilometers you won't see
Yes,
a person
yes,
also.
yes,
Particularly
yes, yes,
the area which you're talking about, Kerala, and then you're talking about Mangalore
yeah,
and Tamil Nadu, some areas,
yeah.
you have dense forests there. You don't see people for kilometers.
Yes, yes,
Huh? So
yes, yes, yes,
wasn't
yes.
it scary for you when you're doing that?
Yes, of course. I normally avoid riding at night, okay, because of safety. Not only that, because I had a lot of bike breakdown. So I had to, if I have to fix, so night is not a good time for me. So I always avoid riding at night. But if I ride with my friends, if I'm riding with my friends, I used to, because if something happens, I could call them, and they would help me up. So because of that, I used to avoid riding at night. But in North Ladakh, when I traveled there, we had a lot of issues riding at night. So
Okay.
I used to wake up very early in the morning, and like around 4 o'clock in the morning, and then start very early and end by 6, 7 o'clock, and take rest, because if I don't take rest, I cannot ride
Yes.
in the next day, right? So I
Yes.
used to take rest. I just sleep, and
Yeah.
so that's the thing.
Oh, okay. I saw this video of yours where you're riding horses also.
Yes. I'm very fond of horse riding.
Yeah.
Since I told you, right, I joined a school just because I saw horses. The school was not good, but I used to see students riding horses. So I told my parents, I want to go to that school. I want to learn horse riding.
Okay.
So I think I was in fourth or fifth standard, I think. Yeah. I learned horse riding when I was in fifth. We had horses in our school.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you learned horses earlier than actually riding a
Oh,
bike,
yeah, we
learning
had
bike.
four. Yes. We had horses in our school. So I joined the school to learn horse riding itself.
Oh, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
The co-curricular activities was horse riding.
Yeah. You said you traveled in Ladakh and also you traveled in South, right? Can I ask you the differences? Tell me briefly the basic differences. Like you could encounter cultural differences, language barrier. I don't think
Yes.
it'll be a problem because all Indians, we know Hindi, we can manage Hindi. Even if you're
Yes.
from the South, we have our own, languages. We know Hindi,
Yeah.
we can manage, or
Yeah.
English.
Yes.
Cultural differences, how they looked at women who is riding a bike, whereas in South to North, how they took
Yeah.
it. What is the difference? And maybe climate wise, what are the other extra precautions you had to take, or safety wise, what are the precautions you had to take? Tell me the difference between South and North of India, particularly.
So basically, I love riding in the south because, especially Kerala. I've been to Kerala more than 5, 6 times. So because there are a lot of places to explore. So once I go, I couldn't explore everything, and I have time limit as well because I have to take leaves and travel. So I've been there so many times. I felt I'm in love with Kerala than every state, because people are very sweet. They help you out no matter where you are. They are very kind, they're very polite. They help you. I mean, like, even they know or don't know, they even call up people and to help us out. Okay, you have to do this, you go here, this is the place, you can eat here. If you are just small, okay, small thing like where is like which hotel serves good breakfast. So they are so involved, and not only one or two. I've met so many people. They're so involved. Okay, go here. You can eat this. You eat this. They're very excited to help you out. So I felt they're very sweet. And if a girl is riding, they feel they're so proud. But in Ladakh, I mean, I cannot compare it because they see many girls riding there, so they don't feel okay. Girls riding is a big thing. They don't feel in that way. But when it comes to roads, south is much better. Ladakh roads, it was horrible. It was, I mean, I didn't know Ladakh is so difficult. I thought Ladakh is a dream. Everybody has to go. But once I reached there, I was like shattered, because the other friends, they got breathing issues. The oxygen level was low. I mean, I couldn't stand. I was like,
For the viewers, I'm asking, Ladakh is in lower Himalayas or lower Himalayas, right? It's lower part of Himalayas.
Yes.
So
Yes,
how
yes.
what feet are we talking about from the sea level, Ladakh?
I don't know exactly.
Okay, but
I
there
don't
also
know.
we have oxygen issues. In Ladakh also we get
Yes,
oxygen issues. Oh,
yes. Lot. We get that. We get lot. We faced 2 to 3 times because I went in the monsoons.
okay.
So already we are wet. Okay, when I entered the Atal tunnel itself, I was wet and I was shivering. I couldn't ride, and we had to stop for a place. We had to search for a place to stay, and there is no place. We had to ride whole night. I think I rode till 11, 12 o'clock at night, completely shivering. I was wet, and there is no place to stay. We got some dormitory. Okay, that too, it's not like a kind of hotel, just a room and a bed. That's it. Okay, so the oxygen level was 80, 81. So we all fainted. We are almost everybody. We had oxygen cylinder. We forgot to take. We didn't know. We did not take all the precaution. So
Oh,
luckily, some guys who were in the next room, they had oxygen, the tin. Okay, they have a can, kind of
okay.
oxygen they carried, so they gave us. So we faced oxygen thing. It
Oh,
was a very horrible experience for me. The
okay.
Ladakh trip was.
Okay. So, food-wise, because since you're riding, do you have to have any extra precaution? What kind of food you eat, or with water? Do you have to take an extra precaution?
Yes. We have to have a lot of water. We have to keep drinking water because body gets dehydrated very
Yeah.
soon. So
Yeah.
because of that, we faint. Okay, the only energy we get oxygen is through water. So we
Oh,
have to keep drinking water. The problem is once we drink water, we have to go and pee. And there
yeah.
is no washroom. There is no
Yeah.
good washrooms there. And another friend of mine, she has urine issues. So
Mm.
whenever she use some toilets which is not hygiene, she gets
Urine
infected.
infections.
So
Urine infections. Yeah.
I don't have that concern, but
Yeah.
she used to have. So I didn't face all that, but other girls had faced that.
Okay.
Changing the clothes and using
Yeah.
washrooms was very difficult.
Yeah.
They used to get infection, and there is no medicines, there is no medical over there, and we
Yeah.
did not carry much of the medicines. Okay, we had carried only very few. We didn't know, we didn't prepare for the Ladakh. We just,
Yeah.
okay, we'll just go, and we just left. So
Okay.
I think we had to take a lot of precaution before we leave
Yeah.
to Ladakh.
So, you covered all the South four states: Kerala, Karnataka,
Yes,
Tamil Nadu,
Tamil
Andhra.
Nadu, Andhra Pradesh. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. What are the other states you covered in the north?
I have the only thing left is right side of India, the Assam, Meghalaya. I did not
Meghalaya.
go there. So Orissa.
Yeah.
I've been to Kolkata. So that is the place. Next, I think this year I'm going to cover that up. So after I cover all the India, then I'll start other countries
Okay.
maybe.
So you covered Rajasthan. I'm guessing you covered
Yes,
Rajasthan.
Rajasthan.
So
Yes,
was
Rajasthan.
it different because it has like the huge desert area and stuff, right? So how is the
Yes.
planning different? Because here in South you have a subtropical climate. Kerala is different. Ladakh is like full, cold area, and then you have Rajasthan full of, it's desert.
Yeah.
How do you plan this all climatic conditions?
I mean, frankly speaking, I did not plan at all. I just, okay, Rajasthan, I went on my birthday. So my birthday was coming up, and my friends were like, no, we'll go, we'll party. So I said, no, we'll just travel somewhere. I want to travel some new places. South was done by then. I said, we'll go Rajasthan. So I did not plan, but Rajasthan was damn hot. So I went in the month of, I went in summer. I did not plan anything and it was so hot. Whatever meeting I'm puking on, it was so hot. And I was wearing the, what you say, they wear this thing,
The turbans,
right?
the colorful turbans.
Turbans, yeah. So I was wearing the turban, I was wearing Rajasthani flowers and everything. So that video itself was very beautiful.
Was your gear different from Rajasthan to Ladakh because you can't wear such clothes in Rajasthan?
Yes,
You get sweaty.
Rajasthan, yeah, see, gears are compulsory because we have to be safe. Because you never know what hits where. Because one of our biking friend, he completed whole India, and in Rajasthan at night when he was riding, a wild camel hit him, and he on the spot he died. Okay.
What, really?
Even though he was very, yes, he is very popular. I just don't know his name, but he's very popular biker. He finished Australia, he finished Germany, he has completed so many countries, and unfortunately here in Rajasthan he just hit by a camel, and yeah, that's the thing. So I never miss wearing a gear. Maybe in some videos I am not wearing gear. It's just for that particular video. Okay, I just take off my gears, I give it my friends. They'll make a video and then I'll again wear it. I'll never go without gears.
Okay, so I didn't come out of that what you said. Yes. So he was riding and camel came running and hit him.
Yes. And he had some super bike only. They usually ride very fast.
So you were saying the camel came and hit him while he was actually riding.
Yes. That night.
Wow. Okay,
that's the thing. So it's always scary, you know, when you're riding. It's not like every time it's your fault. It may be like somebody else, right? So so many accidents happening, even though you're riding on your own somewhere, you know, make a car or something come and hit you. You know. So always I keep my safety first. I wear my gear every time.
So can I ask, was he not wearing his gear at that point of time?
He was wearing his gear and he was wearing his helmet. The helmet was not locked, so he hit his head to some divider or something, and then.
Oh no! Oh, so sorry for that person. Really sorry. Yeah.
He's very well-known rider. You know, he has completed so many countries, not only India. He rode in Australia, Europe. He has completed so many countries. So that's the thing. So always safety is first.
Okay. Yes, definitely. Safety comes first. That's why I was always asking you, what are the precautions you've been taking?
In Ladakh, many people, even my friends who came with me, we all, you know, had to face this issue. Like, you know, you will slip, you will meet with some small accidents. Like, you know, if the stones are very big, you won't be able to, because it's a high altitude roads. You don't have roads basically. I mean, it's so you have to ride with in so big stones, and we are very short. You know, guys can keep their legs. You know, but I'm not so tall. So I had altered my bike and I had made it little shorter so that at least while parking, I have to take my bike, back, right? So I had shortened my bike a little bit, you know, so the shock absorber, I made it low so that at least while parking, I'll be able to pull my bike behind. So every time I can't expect somebody else to be there with me, or like if, you know, so many times this has happened, I had not altered my bike. Thunderbird I'm talking about. Himalayan. Thunderbird was okay because it was little shorter. So sometimes I used to take help. You know, if a shopkeeper or something, uncle, can you please help me pull my bike? So they used to comment telling, oh, these people can't even take their bike, and what will they ride? I have heard so many people. I mean, why do you want to ride bike? You can ride scooty. I mean, they're like, oh, you people are doing for show off. It's not that, you know, we feel good to ride bike. There's a lot of different scooty and riding a bike. So many girls have their dream, you know, want to ride a bike. These people don't understand. They just comment on us, you know, telling why girls.
I'll take you back to 2 points, actually. I want to ask you. I know how the terrain is in Ladakh. I know there are no proper roads because it's Himalayas. You can't expect to have proper roads. And sometimes I think you ride through those small water flowings also, right? The water will be flowing. And then you ride there are chances to slip. So I want to know, did you face any, touch wood, not any major accidents, but did you face any small accidents? And then who would help you out in such conditions?
See, a lot of times it has happened. I mean, we can't expect that we will not. I mean, nothing has happened major. Sometimes I used to slip away, when the roads are too bad. I'll try to keep my legs, but what happens is that already my bike is heavy, and I don't think so. My legs have so much strength to. So I used to not fall down. I used to put my bike down. Okay,
Yes.
whenever that happened. But in Ladakh, especially, other riders who are riding, in the groups or something, they used to help me out. I mean, all the riders who are there, they know how the roads are. How, I mean, a girl riding in Ladakh, I'm really telling you, it's not so easy. For I don't know how it is for boys, but for girls, we are not as strong as them to take. Even our body is, a little bit weaker than boys, and I mean, the what is the air, this thing, what do you say, the dust, everything, it irritates. Okay, but guys over there, the other riders, they are like too supportive. They're like, it's okay, we also fall down, it's okay. They motivate there itself.
Yeah.
Okay, they're like, it's okay, get up, you can ride, go. Even we
That's
fall down,
that's
they will show
actually
you.
that's actually really nice to listen that actually boys are supporting, and then
Yes,
they're
yes, that's
welcoming
what.
you, and they're actually encouraging you to do such things.
Yes, yes,
That's
yes,
really that's really good. Yeah.
yes. Because we panic, right? I mean,
Yes.
everybody are looking, and we are falling down. Everybody are crossing the river, and even I'm crossing the river, but I fall off. So they're like, it's okay, come. They all come, they lift the bike, they're like,
Yeah.
go, it's okay. They don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
So it's good,
Yeah.
actually, bikers, whoever comes to Ladakh, they come in that mentality. Okay, girls, guys, they're all are equal, everybody rides. That's
Yeah.
very sweet of them.
Yeah, I think only when you have such kind of thinking, only you can do things like this. You can go riding and with such open mind, then only you can
Yes, yes.
do things like this, because
Yes,
people
yes.
have to
No,
be really passionate about what they're doing.
yes, true. And I've really got very good friends, I mean, who always supported me. I mean, there were times where I used to tell, okay, you ride, it's okay, I'll sit behind, because the road is like that, or the people are looking at me. They used to be like, why are you thinking? Just go ride. I mean, why do you have to think of them? Okay, if you fall down, it's your bike, right? It's your experience. Why do you have to think of them? So
Yeah.
many a times they used to support me. They're like, it's okay, ride. So maybe because of that, I'm like riding more.
Yeah. I see that. Definitely, I can see that. See that. So I think bikers, they all have groups, right? You all have groups.
Yes, yes,
So
yes,
do
yes,
you
we have.
plan to go to certain destinations through that groups? And do you prefer to be in a big group, or do you prefer to ride with a small group of 3 or 4 people? How does that work?
I don't usually ride with groups. Okay, I have very few friends who are like friends since my school days. I'm not so much open to make friends. I talk to
Okay.
everybody, but when it comes to friends, I'm very particular. I have only three friends since my school college days. They are there till now. So I usually ride with them. Okay, but I don't usually ride with big groups. I don't know. Maybe I'm very comfortable with them. I mean, whoever is with me.
Yes.
So I prefer smaller groups.
How did you pull your friends into this? You have a passion, I understand that, but how come your friends also had shared the same passion and they're actually supporting you?
No, they also have the passion. Even they also have their bikes. Even whoever has Royal Enfield, everybody's dream is to go to Ladakh once.
Yes.
So even they have, maybe because of me, they are into that, because I was always, once I came to Bangalore, I want to buy my bike. I want to buy my bike. So once I bought my bike, even they also bought their bike. Till they were like, it's okay, scooty. They were like roaming around in Bangalore in scooty. So once I bought my bike, like, okay, fine, we will also buy and let's
So
go.
what is the toughest terrain you would say that you have traveled until to this date? You would say, oh my God, this terrain was the toughest for me. I would not forget in my whole life. What is the toughest for you?
That is in the Ladakh, Pangong to Nubra. Actually, the Pangong to Nubra, sorry, Nubra to Pangong, the road is so bad. It's a stretch of around, I think, some 80 kilometers or so. But we took hours to complete that. I thought we will not reach. The road was so difficult to ride, and it was night. There is no lights, okay, on the roads, and there are so many lorries coming, passing by, so much of dust. I thought this is my last trip to Ladakh. I just wanted to reach to our place, Leh. We had to reach Leh. So
Lay.
from Leh, from Pangong, Nubra and Leh. That road was so bad. I still get chills in my, hands, legs, because it was so.
Is the road in mountain ranges? Is the road you're talking
Yes,
about?
it's in the mountain range. If you just slip over, you will fall down. The roads are so narrow, and the roads are so dangerous. I can't even see because it's dark, and I have to go to washroom. Okay, I'm not able to, because I had a lot of water because if I don't have drink water, then I will fall sick. So I have to drink water. I have to pee, and forget about washroom. There is no street lights there, and there are so many bikes stuck in between. Some tire got punctured, or like gearbox have there is no option for them, because there is no vehicle which will carry them from there to the city, right? Looking at them, I got scared. What if something happens to my bike or some of our bikes? What to do? Because we are already so exhausted, riding almost 6 hours continuously, and we were all exhausted. We just wanted to reach, and we are not reaching our place. We are not reaching Leh. Okay. I just can't forget that. I was thinking, I think car would be much better. I thought so many things at that time because it's dark, it's cold, it's raining. Oh my God, that's my unforgettable. I'll never forget that.
But once you reach the destination, whatever the hardships you had go through and what are the thoughts you got in between, what was that last feeling when you actually reached and you made it?
Yeah, once I reached, I just thank God that nothing happened to anybody who were in the, like, if something would happen to any of our friends, it would, like, because the decision was mine to go to Ladakh. I mean, there was no like planning, but I was the one who took the initiative. Let's go. Okay, we'll start from here. We'll go here. So if something would have happened to any one of them, the blame would be me. Like, okay, she planned. So I just thank God thank God nothing happened to anybody, you know. God.
So did you ever have any kind of animal encounters, particularly because you're talking about Kerala, remember? So I know how it is in the south. I traveled in Karnataka, not Kerala actually, Mangalore, Dharmasthala. I traveled everywhere. I know how we can easily see elephants or, all these kind of things. Have you ever encountered in all these trips any animal encounters, particularly animals?
Yes. Animal encounters in Bandipur, from Bangalore to Ooty. Okay, on the way you get Bandipur. Beautiful. I encountered tigers. I encountered giraffes. A lot of, sorry, not giraffe. Deers. Okay, so deers. Lot of elephants. You can find elephant poops. Here and there. You feel so good. Okay, it's on the road. Okay, so elephant has just passed by, so you can see that. And a lot of, what is that? I don't know the animal's name. It looks like a buffalo, big buffalo. It's like white and black. What is that? I don't know the name. So a lot of So we have to ride very slow in that road.
So you're saying about tiger encounter. How did that happen?
I mean, the Bandipur road itself, when we enter, there is a gate. Okay, the Bandipur whole forest, it's a forest area, and we are actually going in their area. So you find out of animal encounter, but I was really lucky to encounter tiger on that day. Maybe it was just coming by and we saw it. We all stopped it, very far.
So you stopped on the road and it was passing like that in front of you.
Yes, it was passing. Like, all the bikes, cars, everything stopped there. Right? So we saw tiger passing and a lot of wild elephants.
How in some of the videos or in movies they showed us that you have to stop the engine whenever the wild animal is passing. You have to sound will irritate the lights and all. So what are the precautions then you took?
I mean, we did not take any precaution, but when they entered the gate, they told us if you encounter any animals, don't move fast because they will attack you. So you'll just have to be calm and just stop the bike. It will go on its own. Only if you disturb them, it will disturb you. So we encountered a lot of times. I've been to Bandipur and Tamil Nadu. What is that? I have very short term memory loss. There is Bandipur continues to one more forest, which is in Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
Kerala and Tamil Nadu. I forgot the name. What is his name? Veerappan was in that forest. I only know that. I don't know the name exactly. So that forest. So we have encountered a lot of animals. It's very beautiful.
Basically, Siri, why I wanted you on the podcast is that it's about the journey. It's about the passion you have in your heart, that fire in you to do something. it's not that you ignored your studies, you ignored your profession or anything. You're actually tackling both at the same time with a good balance. There are a lot of people who just sit back, all the passion dies off, you age, and then you just give up on everything. You're actually taking ahead the profession and also your passion, and you're living the life, which is really important. Yeah, so that is why I wanted you to come. You're saying that you're not social, but I wanted you to come on the podcast because there are a lot of, it's not just women, even men, a lot of times, even boys who are coming out of the schools and colleges now, they don't take the step of, going for the passion. You can go for the passion and also for the profession, which feeds you. So that's all right. So that is why I wanted you to come on the podcast. How was your parents' support in all this? With what you're doing, how are they happy? They have any regrets in, like, they have any dissatisfaction in what you're doing, or what are their inputs regarding that? What do they think about all this?
My mom, like, she never stopped me. I mean, anything. She's like, okay, go. I used to inform, okay, whenever I'm going. I used to not inform my dad because he used to always give a bad comment or like, why are you doing that? Why are you going? It's not safe. So I used to tell him, no, I have gears with me. I'll ride. I don't ride fast. I never rode fast. When I was in college, okay, since like PUC 10th standard, I used to ride my scooty very fast. Everybody used to complain, my dad and mom, that she look at her, how she rides. She goes like a rocket. We can't even see her face. What if she meets with some accident? Like, so those things. So once I came to Bangalore and I bought my bike, I don't want any scratches in my bike because I have to spend for it. So I ride very slow. Okay, even when in the Ladakh, or like even when the road is empty, I don't go above 80. I'm very safe rider. So I did not meet with any kind of accident, touch wood, but I ride very slow. Yes, I ride very slow. So my mom used to, like, used to just inform, okay, I've reached here, I'm going here. That's the thing. That's it. I mean,
okay.
They had problem, but maybe they cannot tell me that, they're concerned about my safety, but they cannot tell me much. Okay, because I will do anyway what I want to do. I don't listen to anybody. So they know my nature, so they don't tell me anything. Not they stop me.
Yeah, but good thing is that you're saying that you went against your father. Your father was not into this because only concerning your safety, not any. But one good thing you're doing is that you're taking the precautions. You're actually not being a rebel and being like, oh, I'll go whatever speed I want, or I'll do whatever I want. You're not doing that. You're actually planning it. You earned it. You did part-time job, and then you bought the value of money. Whenever you're paying that EMI back, that you have to take care of the bike. That is why at least you don't go fast, and for yourself also, I'm sure the people you're surrounded by, or, whatever you've seen on the road, the bikers and everything, I'm sure you're taking good safety precautions as well, which is really good.
Yes, lot. And I don't ride continuously. We take break after every 1 hour. We stop, we have some tea or juice, and then we don't stress our body, because 1 day, 2 day we can ride continuously, but third day we will need to take rest. So we don't ride so rigorously. Like, we just enjoy the journey. We just stop, we talk to each other, we'll have fun, we'll eat a lot of food, and we ride. So that's it. We just enjoy the ride.
So did you face any misbehaving issues or anything on the road? Like, because we're women, everybody faces in our lifetime those kind of issues. So anything of such sort?
Yeah, a lot of times I've faced this. Not now, since my childhood, I've been facing this. Even though I'm like a tomboy or anything, this is like, I feel every girls or every women's have faced that in their life. And even though they know I'm so rude, and I just talk to the face. I don't hesitate. Who are they? Okay, just talk. Even though they will, they try to misbehave on the roads. Even on the roads, I stop for coffee or water or tea. I stop there. The people come, they just, they just hold you like this, and they touch you. Like, where you from, what's your name, very uncomfortable. We cannot stay there, we cannot go, we cannot react, because if I react, maybe I used to think, if I react, maybe everybody will start, judging you. I mean, they even blame us.
Because you brought the point up, I'm just asking, do you voice out whenever you're uncomfortable, when somebody is even putting a hand on you, you know what is how you feel, the touch
Yes, yes,
feeling of is
yes,
it proper, is the right intentions or not?
yes,
Do
yes,
you voice out saying like, I'm not comfortable? Like it's not any disrespect for the other person. It's just that you're
yes,
not
yes,
comfortable. And you actually voice out?
yes, yes. Not many times. I don't know. Even though I want to talk, I won't be. I don't know what stucks my mind. I
Hmm.
don't know. Once or twice I have spoke. I mean, I have told that out in the public itself, but not every time. Maybe I'll just move from that place. I won't stop there and let it happen. I will move from that place, but I cannot talk about it, to them or to other people. But we have to talk. We have.
Yeah, you have to voice out, but you're choosing, even if you're not voicing out, you're choosing to move away from that place, which is indirectly telling the other person that you're not comfortable, which you're
Yes,
actually
yes,
doing it. Voicing out doesn't always have to be raising your voice or,
yes,
shouting
yes,
there or making a scene out
yes,
of it.
yes,
You're taking
yes,
a
yes,
step, but in a way, maybe we can learn, all women, all of us. I'm not just telling about you. We all can
yes,
learn
yes,
and teach our kids,
yes, yes,
to how to put it in a better way so that the other person
yes,
understands and not be
yes,
disrespectful at the same time. We should
yes,
learn to do
yes,
that,
yes.
and we should learn teach the next generation kids that also.
That's about parenting. So I think parenting is very important. They have to tell their children, where to stop, what to talk. Shouldn't hesitate. If you have to call the police, even though it is a small thing, you call. Okay, they have to give us that confidence.
Yes.
So I think it's
Yeah,
very important.
I completely agree with you on this, that at least this generation, we can't go and blame our moms or
Yes,
anybody
yes,
now, but at least
yes,
this
yes,
generation, we have to
yes.
make sure as women in this generation,
Yeah.
actually we do have a lot of freedom if we compare it from them.
Yes,
We are
yes, yes,
voicing out, we are saying how we're not comfortable and things like that. But we should
mhm.
teach our kids in a better way that, okay, this is all right. If this happens,
Yes,
this is the right thing to do, how to act on it, or how to even come and talk to the parents, also give that space to the kids
yes,
to come
yes,
talk
yes,
to you. Yeah, as a
yes,
mother, I completely agree with you, and that's a very good point you brought on the podcast.
yes.
I'm really glad
We
you.
should be, I mean, we should be comfortable to talk to somebody about this, right?
Yes.
Randomly, I have friends. It's not, I can just go talk to them. So
Yes.
if it's a mother or like even a father, if they talk to you about this, so we'll be comfortable. Once we put that out, it'll not be there in our mind. If we don't tell, if that stucks in your mind, that keeps going.
I understand. I understand really. So let's jump back to the
Yeah.
bikes now.
Yes.
So for a
Yes.
first time somebody wants to buy a bike, okay, what is the bike you would suggest for them as a beginner? They do not know anything about it. Do you suggest them to go from a scooty, and then go to the bikes, or how do you? And even let's say if you suggest them the direct bike, what bike do you suggest them
Uh,
for a beginner?
Um, I would suggest, I mean, it depends on what kind of bikes they like. I'm very obsessed with Royal Enfield.
Okay.
Okay, so I would suggest buy Royal, but now they don't have Thunderbird, which I have. Okay, they keep changing the models, right? Which bike I have, Thunderbird, is very comfortable. The seat is very low when you're traveling, cruising, for more kilometers. You don't get back aches and everything. It's very comfortable. But now, they have different model. So, but even that is good. Maybe Hunter for girls, especially. I think Hunter is good because it's little shorter, because the height problem is the main concern for me. I mean, okay, because I need to touch my legs to the ground. If I skid or if I slip over, if I can touch my legs to the ground, at least I'll have some balance. So Hunter is little shorter compared to other bikes. So I think Hunter, Royal Enfield Hunter they have. So I think that is.
So sometimes I observed on the road. This is just general observation. I never been on a bike riding. I've
Uh-huh.
sat behind, but never on the thing. But you know how they don't have so there are two seats, if I'm correct. The one which the rider is riding is big, and then there is a small seat in the back,
Yeah, yeah.
and you don't have
Uh-huh.
support at the back, right? So do you
Yes,
have
yes,
any
yes.
bikes for riders with single seat? Even if it's a single seat, you don't have anybody to sit at the back. Do you have something with the back support? Because particularly girls or even men, we have, everybody gets back exam.
The rider seat itself, there will be a curve like this. I mean, maybe you cannot see that. I mean, there will be a curve. So we do not lean back. Okay. We just have to rest our hip in that. So that will not be a problem. For pillion, I mean, what I in my bike, I have a backrest for pillion rider. I have, kind of after the seat, I have like this. So they can rest. The pillion can rest, but when you're riding, you normally you do not rest your bike. You will be sitting straight. So there will be a curve like this, so that supports your hip. So you don't get any backaches. Riding is more comfortable than sitting as a pillion, actually.
Okay, so
Seat is more comfortable.
because you have your hand supporter and then leg support and
Yeah, even the seat itself, it is comfortable in almost all the bikes.
oh, okay, great. That's good. What are your plans of marriage? Are you gonna get married and settle down too?
No, that's actually like only I'm not very against marriage, and I'm not for marriage. So I don't know. Since my school, college days, I used to always tell my parents, why are they getting married? Why are they spending so much on the marriage? I mean, you can just go travel in that money. You can, okay, you marry or you both go and travel. Why do you have to spend so much on the marriage or show people that, okay, you have so much money spending on the marriage? Or like, they take credits. Even my dad have taken credits, taken some loan for my sister's marriage. And like, why you have to do that? I don't know. Maybe the concept of marriage since my school days, I was not matured enough, but I was like that. Why you have to get married? I don't know. I don't have anything about marriage. I'm just not interested. And not that I'm not getting attracted to anybody. I'm a normal, straight girl only. But when it comes to marriage, I think I have not yet got any person in my life, or I don't know. People who are around all are good to me.
I
I
think
don't have any.
that biker prince is somewhere there, and then he will come into your life, and then he'll bring the bike, and then he will take you, and then happily married ever after,
Yeah, maybe. No, there are a lot of bikers, guys, especially when they see a girl riding, they're like, oh, nice, we can travel together. But I don't even have that stuff. Okay. I don't even want to date a biker also. I don't know what kind of. I don't have an answer for this when it comes to marriage. It's just my opinion. I don't want. Maybe I even tell my parents it's never too late to get married. Okay, even when I'm 40, if I find somebody who I will get married by 40. Don't worry about it. So they
Yeah.
have left no, do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's normal. It's normal these days. It's normal. So you don't have to pressure yourself for that. So
Yes, yes.
you said in the beginning of the video, you said that you have a bucket list. So of where the destinations you wanted to travel. So what is
Yes,
the
yes.
top 3 bucket list which you think that I have to ride here? What are those?
Uh, I actually want to get my bike to Australia. Okay, that's my yes,
Yeah.
yes. I want to ride my bike in Australia. I want to. There is a girl. Okay, who
I
have
saw.
rode to Australia.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so I always had the dream. I want to take my bike to Australia. I love the roads there. I want to ride my bike. I don't want to rent a bike or like anything. I want to take my bike there and ride. That's my, especially in the Sea Cliff Bridge. I want to ride in that road.
Yes, I know what you're talking about, the coal cliff and the sea cliff, right? The sea cliff.
Yes, yes, yes. I want to ride. And skydiving was one of my bucket list. Because I came to Australia thinking, okay, only skydiving. I was not very excited for Australia. I was excited for skydiving. I'm doing skydiving.
Yeah, but you didn't come to Australia on bike, right? That's your bucket list to
No,
do.
no, yes, yes. I did not get my bike. Yeah.
Other than Australia, what are the other bucket list items?
I want to see Northern Lights. Okay, that's my thing. Other than I have a lot of things. I want to go to NY, to Bali. I have a lot of things, but I want to cover India, completely. I want to see India, and then I want to slowly, go other countries and explore. Indonesia is one thing. I want to not only Bali. I want to explore Indonesia. Their culture. It's like I want to see their culture. I want to be there maybe for a month or so. I want to see how's their lifestyle in the forest.
Bali is beautiful. I've been there 2 weeks for a holiday in
Oh, is it?
2016, I think. It's beautiful.
Uh-huh.
It is
Uh-huh.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I want to visit. Maybe no. Let me finish my India, and then let me compare. Oh, my India is no, India is the best.
Did you hear about this Route 66 in USA? Route 66?
No, no.
Oh, you
No, no,
haven't?
no. I'm-
Oh, this
No,
is
no.
long ago. I think I saw these so many documentaries regarding Route 66. I think it cuts through the US from the East Coast to West Coast, if I'm correct. I'm not exactly sure, but that's how it's not a straight line, but it cuts in the half of the US from East Coast to the West Coast. I think it's definitely called
Okay.
Route 66. You should explore that. There are a lot of bikers
Okay,
who
cool.
actually do Route 66. So your future goals are to travel, definitely. Yeah, as you said, the bucket list items. I hope you fulfill all those.
Yes.
Any other goals other
Yes.
than traveling and riding? Anything else you have?
Nothing as such. I don't have anything, sir. I have my bucket list. I want to tick everything, Maldives and everything. I don't want to go honeymoon for Maldives. I want to go and just I want to see Maldives,
So
not like as a couple or so.
everything is on the bike. For now, everywhere you go,
Yes,
it has to be a bike.
yes. I want to do that.
So how is it going with your Himalaya, the other bikes? Thunderbird is your first bike and Himalaya is your second bike. Okay, so
Yes.
who makes Himalaya? It's also Royal Enfield.
Royal Enfield, yes. Royal Enfield Himalayan. That's more of off-roading, sorry. So Ladakh, because I had my Himalayan, it was very easy for me. Other bikes, they had to, other bikes, we have to change our tires, we have to alter our bikes to take to Ladakh, because it's not like, okay, you just can't take any, people will take any bike to have to alter a little bit, tires, and because the roads are so bad. So they have to increase the height of the bike and all such things. People will alter, especially the tires. But Himalayan is the best for Ladakh. It's very easy to ride compared to other bikes, which my friends had. They had Classic, they had Thunderbird. I bought my Thunderbird as well. I gave another friend of mine to ride my Thunderbird. So they were very slow in the up hills, but Himalayan is very easy.
Yeah,
So I used to reach first.
in one of your pictures, I saw Himalaya, and then it has very thin tires. For a bike, generally, those kind of bikes, I felt like the tires are very, slim.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's off-roading tire. It is off-roading. So it is thin in the front, and back wheel is little thicker.
Okay. And the suspension is like I
Yes.
think the suspension is huge.
Yes, it's two. So yeah, that's what. So if in the uphills or downhills, it gives a lot of support.
Okay. So
If the tire can.
for the future bikers who want to start biking, any tips from you? Because you learned it in a hard way. I understand that initially you had to tie normal ropes, you didn't have proper
Yes,
luggage
yes,
or anything. Any
yes,
tips
yes,
for them? What would be the tips and financial tips also? Because I don't want anybody to get broke or by doing this, fight with the
yes, yes,
families
yes.
and stuff. How should they plan financially also without affecting their lives in generally? And what are the general tips for them regarding the bikes, and what are the general tips for them on the road? These three.
Yeah. So financially, maybe we have to cut down other expenditure if we have to sacrifice one if we want another thing, right?
Yeah.
So even people here over here who starts in the Bangalore, okay, they start earning. We go to pubs, parties, go to expensive restaurants, eat. So I had to stop all that. Yeah, I had to save up a bit, for the down payment and stuff. So doing that, everybody has to do that, right? You have to sacrifice all that so that you can save up a little bit, and even while riding, it's not I spend an amount of money. I don't book expensive rooms and all such, very basic. And if that too, if I go with my friends, we usually book dormitory because it's very cheap, like 500 rupees or so. So people think, okay, we are so rich, we have a lot of money to ride, so it's only a petrol thing. Okay, it's only that is the only expenditure of basic. Otherwise, food and all we normally have in the small hotels, only tea, idli, and we don't go okay have biryani. Big restaurants, nothing in the roadside. Whatever is available, like 50, 60 rupees or 100 rupees. So we plan the budget actually. Like in a day, this should be our expenditure. What is the money left with me? Okay, Ladakh. I think it was. 15 days of I think it was around 15 days of mine. No, 20 days. So but I covered Jammu Kashmir as well. So from Ladakh I went to Srinagar to Jammu to Punjab. So I rode, so all the way my total expenditure was around 1 lakh maybe. But that is actually very less for 20 days. For 20 days it was.
The expenditure when you said it's including petrol.
Yes. Yes, petrol. It includes petrol, yeah. It includes petrol, but yeah, I think around 1 lakh or so. And of course, like I did not shop or anything much. So basic food, and that in Punjab we didn't have anywhere out. We had in Amritsar, Golden Temple, so it was free. So Jammu Kashmir, we went to Jammu Vaishnava Devi, so there we had in the temple. So how much ever possible we reduce the expenditure because we have to save up for next trip. It's not everything I empty in this, right? So that's the thing.
Yeah. So
Minimal expenditure, minimal stay.
Yeah. So how much time, like let's say in a year, so this is the amount of time I'm going to earn the money, and how much time do you put for travel, particularly riding like this? So once a year, 1 month I'm going to do it, or 3 months I'm going to do it, or twice a year. How do you divide that?
I usually do it once in 3 months. Okay, so 3 months I save up and I go. So the the Ladakh was I think that's the longest trip, I think, because I did not take leaves for, and it's not like 20 days we were on leave, we were working. And whenever we travel, we work, we can send the mail, right? So what we do, once we reach in the evening, so we work, we finish the task, and I put on the mail. Okay, so next day the mails will keep going. It keeps sending, we schedule the mails. So we do that, and whenever we take a break, we take up the laptop, we work, and again we go. It's like that. It's not we just travel.
Wow.
Everybody, yeah, all my friends are like that. We are working from home now, right? So we do that. Even though since 2000, before 2020, I used to travel, but I used to take leaves and come back and finish off that. It's not okay. It's 20 days. It's not completely leave. I used to work then also.
Oh wow, wow. So you're working, you're riding at the same time then.
Yes. Yeah,
Oh,
we went to Tamil Nadu to Isha Center.
yes.
So sometimes we have to attend the meeting. So we took the laptop to Isha Center, and we used to work even in the Isha Center. In the temple only. We carry laptop everywhere, and if we have any meetings scheduled, we sit and we work. It's not just travel. We have to work.
So that means people from your work are also very supportive in this with you.
They don't know. When it comes to leave, I finish my task, so they'll be able to grant me leaves, right?
Yeah.
So they know that I travel, but it's not they're very supportive. I have to finish my task. I have to get it done. Then they will be like, fine, you do anything you want, you get my work done. So even my friends who come with me, who come along with me, even we all work and we travel. So that's the thing.
So any other tips for on the road? So let's say that, how do you sense that, okay, that there is a danger for us, we have to, so what kind of spots do you avoid, particularly at night, okay, we do not stop at these kind of areas, it's better to avoid those kind of stuff. So what are the tips like that?
So what we do is, whenever we plan to travel, we check the weather condition. Okay, so whether it's raining. So if it's raining, we'll avoid. Okay, let's take break here, and tomorrow we will ride. So if tomorrow, if the percentage, the weather condition, if it's not raining or like 50% rain, then we will ride. So it's like we see the weather condition, and then only we go. Even Ladakh, since day one, we used to see, okay, what is the temperature in Manali, what is the weather in Manali, what is in the Leh, what is in Ladakh, the other Jammu Kashmir or like Srinagar, everything. We plan, we write it down, because we'll create a group. If I'm going solo, then I'll already have a list. Okay, so I have to check the weather. If not today, tomorrow I have to reach there. What time I have to reach, what time I have to leave. So everything we will note it down, and then we go according to the plan.
So in the list, first one is the weather, and what is the second and third? What are the second, third?
Place to stay. We already will plan, okay, which place to stay, because we don't know, which is the good hotels, because if there will be hotel, I've faced some of the issues like this, that they install the hidden cameras, some Oyo rooms. It's not big. Oyo room is very cheaper comparatively, okay, compared to others. So that will be easy for us to book online. So we'll see the reviews and then go check, and then that's the thing. So first is
Yeah, so I have to, okay, we'll go to the list later. How do you know that if there are any hidden cameras there? How do you know?
I mean, we'll see the hygiene, the room, how it is. Sometimes by looking at the place, you'll get to know, it's very odd, it's very dirty, or like something should be messy,
Yeah.
especially in the mirrors and everything. So we check, and then I go and stay. If it's not good, we will change. It's not. I don't book very expensive thing,
Yes.
but reasonable only. But it should be good enough for girls to stay,
Safety.
right?
Safety. So weather and then hotel place to stay, and then what else?
Usually I don't ride at night. Okay.
Oh,
Usually I
that's
watch.
a big no. That's a big no.
If I
Okay.
go solo, it's no, it's I don't. But other than that, what is the precautions I take? I mean, no, I think only that much. I don't plan much. Only that is the thing.
Okay.
What place to go, where to stay, what to eat. That's it. And I have this thing like whenever I go now, if I go to Punjab, okay, I will make up the list where I have to eat. In the sense, not like that. There will be some speciality of that place, right? So this kulfi or like lassi, there is a very popular place in Punjab where we can have lassi. So I'll have the list. So I want to go there. I want to have this. Okay, if in Andhra there is places like where you have get good biryani. So I want to have biryani here. So I'll have that thing. So whenever I go to that place, okay, I'm going to Andhra, so I have to go here and try Hyderabad. I would go to try biryani here. So that's the thing. So I don't want to miss anything. So wherever I go, first thing is even food. Okay, what place very popular for food now? Lucknow, biryani or like kebab. So so that's the thing that I'll never miss. Wherever I go, food is the priority. I want to go there and try the food, the culture there. I explore, and I don't explore many tourist places. I explore more of these markets or villages, or like how people stay there. So we go talk to them. So even the Rajasthan, I stayed in this thing desert tent only. But I in the morning, early morning, we got up, we roamed around the villages there, how people stay, how they eat, what they do, because they don't have any shop there. How do they get their stuffs, how do they cook and everything? So that's the thing. So I get the whole day, occupied like that.
Okay. So that means you learned a lot while riding, like looking at people, observing them, lifestyles, and
Yes,
everything. You must have learned a lot, right?
yes.
Yeah. So how does generally public, general public I'm talking about when you're riding, how are they? Let's not concentrate on this particular states or anything. Generally, are they helpful? Are they like you know, is it different that do they comment on you saying that you have to do that, or generally how much percentage is like they're helpful and they're fine with whatever you're doing?
I mean, you're talking about people whom I meet on the road, sir.
General people, let's say you
Most,
stop somewhere to drink coconut water.
yes. Most of the times they support you that I don't know, maybe they ignore the boys who are riding. Okay, if a girl is riding, they feel so happy. I mean, they would be ready to help. We feel so special, like a celebrity. I feel whenever I go out, people, oh, nice, which bike, where you going, what's your plan? It's like that. They all make us feel, proud of ourselves. Maybe most of the time, maybe 90% of the time, it is all good experience I had on the road. But 10%, there will be people with different opinions and also they comment that I try to ignore now. But there are people, even on my comments, people are like, oh, if your parents are thinking like this, I mean, that's just my opinion, just for fun. I upload. It's not what I mean. It's just for fun. People don't take it like that. So there are people. So 90% of the time, it's good experience I had.
Yeah.
Very, very few bad experiences, maybe. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Siri. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you so much. I hope this should reach a lot of people, a lot of youngsters actually. They should get inspired from you for whatever you're doing, your passion. You're actually living your passion with responsibility. With responsibility. I have to tell that. Thank you so much, Siri. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for inviting me.